evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. It's your boy Rumboyz Robbie. It is officially NFL Draft Weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Officially NFL Draft Weekend. So excited to be covering this for you guys. This is here on Rumboyz. This is maybe our fifth, sixth draft that we've worked. It's going to be an intense weekend. It's going to be a crazy weekend. I got a lot going on back here. You see, I'm moving, so all my stuff is gone. But yeah, needless to say, we have an action-packed draft weekend special for you guys. But first things first, before I bring up any guests, we got to make sure that we pay the bills. Hey, yo, you already see that I'm rocking the Commander's chain. You yourself can ice yourself out. And ice out your whole family, get yourself something, get your girl something, get your brother, your sister, your mother, all that good stuff and pops. Head on over to shopgld.com. Link is in the description. Check out all of our NFL pieces. It's NFL Draft Weekend. Right now, we are doing a buy one, get one offer with the promo code BOGO. So get on over there. You already know, though. Yo, let me take y'all to the yacht, show y'all what other pieces we got.
About in Miami when no land, I got no understanding. Out of here, I'm burning, or turn me on, you can't understand it. In the club, posted up, they lit up, no matter where I'm standing. Drop GLD for the Cuban link, yeah, you see it there. Might spaz out on some taller shit, no one zero tolerance. Money conversations ain't hard to relate, it's hollering. See my net, they acknowledge it, good friend, girl, when you're not.
Again, that is shopgld.com. Again, that is shopgld.com. Yo, you gotta go and get yourself one of these. My girl, she got the Cowboys joint. I'm rocking Commanders joint, and I also got my Dodgers. Pat, he has the Tigers, and he's also got the Packers. The homie Jordan, who you guys have seen on here, he's got the Chiefs joint. We're starting to rack up, where a lot of people are getting GLD chains. So get your GLD. Shopgld.com. Also want to shout out Champions Round. Download the app. Link is in the description. $12 on our daily dozen games. You put down 12. You get 7 out of 12 of the props right. You win $2,400. That's right. Who wouldn't want to turn $12 into $2,400? You've played on so many different apps where you miss by one prop. You build like this massive fucking slate, and then you miss by one, and you get nothing. At least here, if you get 7 out of 12 correct, that's $2,400 right there into the bank account. And last but certainly not least, fantasy football season is underway. Ladies and gentlemen, all 22. All right, powered by the homies over at Pro Football Focus. They fucking with the Rumboyz. They showing us a lot of love. Promo code Rumboyz. Take 40% off the subscription price. You got to get an all 22 subscription. Create a fantasy football league between you, your friends, your coworkers, your family. You get to build a full 53-man roster. All right. If you really feel like you're a football junkie, you're a football guru, whatever you want to call it, this is the fantasy football format for you. Think of it like a Madden franchise mode, if you will, except you're playing fantasy football against you and your friends. You got to get on over to all22.com. Link is in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to need an energy drink. So I'm on that today. I got energy drink and also got apple juice because I'm going dry. I'm keeping it chill. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the rough boys and girls. Want to do? Without further ado, let's bring up our first and only guest. I don't know where everybody else is at. I know one of them is stuck in traffic over on the West Coast. But ladies and gentlemen, man, this man, he knows it with the mostest. Give it up for Jeff, the Scout. What's good,
What's
bro?
up? Man, not much, brother. Just ready for this draft. I know the Jets are going to Jets the shit out of it, but you know what? Here I am anyway.
We'll see. We'll see. You guys have Rodgers now. You got what could be a good backfield as long as guys remain healthy. The receiving core definitely looks like it's coming together. If you could keep the offensive line together, I mean, who knows? Maybe that trophy case isn't so lonely anymore.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, man. I'm really thinking we're going to get the offensive tackle coming out of Northwestern. The kid looks like he's going to be a solid fit. Mekhi Becton didn't work out. No, I mean, all of us from a scouting standpoint should have figured that out. You talking about an athletic beast who's shown up at over 300 pounds. That's not sustainable, right? So I'm really hoping we get a solid offensive tackle. But at the same time, me and you was talking about it earlier a couple hours ago. If you're going to pay up to get Rodgers and Myers sitting right there, you're talking about baby Gronk out of Notre Dame, who might be one of the best tight ends. You can talk
Yep.
all you want about that kid out of Utah. Kid out of Utah is fire, but we watch this kid from Notre Dame show up in the biggest games. He's a red zone threat. He's a big boy. Jets don't have that. Corey Davis got about as much up as I do. He ain't going up and getting nothing. So if you're going to sell out for a quarterback, I really like to see Meyer in that position right there. I think that's a pretty good option. But you know what? We're going to see how this plays out. There still seems to be a lot of questions surrounding 2 and 3. I can see both of those not even being picked by the teams who currently hold them, and we're 50 minutes away from the draft.
Exactly. Yeah, just 50 minutes away from all of the action, all of the wildness, one could say. Really quick, let's just take a look and shout out to the chat. Sean saying, "Let the craziness begin." What's good? FaZe Yoda, FaZe King, what's good? What's good? Shout out to the whole FaZe clan. What up, Aiden? What's good, bro? We got a Jags fan up in the chat. Matt saying it's over. We're not taking no QB. We take it before the draft even starts. Yo, well, I think you guys will get a QB. I was just talking to a guy at the gas station. He was a Houston Texans fan. Let's see. We got Aiden up in here. Awesome. Yep, we are all caught up with the chat. Sean, who's a Chargers fan, I can realistically see us moving up, and there's only one guy I move up for. Breaking down the Chargers really quick, I really think that you guys don't move up, and I think that you do land Zay Flowers. I think that it's going to be a Zay Flowers. He fits that Chargers receiver mold. For some reason, you guys draft guys that tend on film to just be twos. For some reason, I guess you guys think like, oh, Keenan Allen's just an ageless wonder. So how all that's going to work out? But I'm really thinking it's going to be Zay Flowers for you guys.
I was saying the same thing. Like, even, before you said Zay Flowers, the only person I could see him jumping up for would be Zay Flowers, because they seem to have that back end of the defense locked down, which in that, right now looking at that division, that's something that's going to be pretty important, is making sure you stopping some of the receivers out there in that division right now, despite of whatever you may think about the quarterback situations in Vegas or in Denver. They got some top flight receivers out there. But, there's one thing too. We've seen issues over the last 2 years. Chargers have a pretty good problem stopping the run. I think if there's a badass D tackle sitting right there, I'm not going to say it's going to be Jalen Carter, but it wouldn't surprise me either if they see him start coming off the board, maybe getting a little sketchy. I can see that one pulling too.
Okay, I like that. Let's see here. And to answer your question, Aiden, I'm sipping on a Celsius. Let's see, Brian Branch, future Jags. Thoughts?
Man, I never know what the Jags are going to do in the draft, because the Jags never really make a ton of sense when they come in and did the draft. I mean, you can look all the way back to the Jalen Ramsey pick. Jalen's a hell of a player, but taking him before was kind of elite. You took it, some of the other players they've had come up, Josh Allen. They've made some picks that really haven't made a lot of sense for this team. If I'm a Jaguars fan right now, I think there's only one thing on my mind. I don't care what you did all off season. There's like one thing on my mind. You got T-Law, you got a pretty solid backfield. You got a tight end who came out of nowhere. Props to Evan Ingram for bringing back his career, man. Proud of you, man. Good job, because we all thought you were something special. You fell off, but to me, they need a goddamn big body receiver to get in there and bang. That's what they need for T-Law. T-Law needs a dump-off, big-bodied receiver to get in there and bang, and you got a couple of them that they can take a pick on. Wouldn't also hurt my feelings either. Looking at that team, there is a lot of, and I don't think it's talked about enough in this draft. Me and you haven't had a lot of chance to talk with me being out in the oil field. There is a lot of depth in the top-end corners in this draft.
There is. So, corners are deep.
They are. And if they want to jump up and take one, or not jump up, but if they want to take one in this first round, you could end up with a Pro Bowl caliber corner at just about any spot in this first round, 1 through 30. They are going to be sitting right there. And I know right now, you're looking at some of the other teams in that division. There isn't a lot of top flight receivers. Tennessee really doesn't have anyone. Yeah, Traylon, all right, I got you, bro. You ain't going to stay healthy. But
no.
I see you. Houston ain't got one, and you got no one to throw to anyone anyway. So if you get a lockdown corner and you get one early, you're going to shut down one half of the field against your own division, which is already weak. So
Exactly.
I could see that being a smooth move for the Jags.
Exactly. I like the option of the Jags. Maybe going branch. I think that no matter what, the Jags open up with going defense first.
100%. I agree. Unless something stupid falls in their lap that you can't pass up, right?
Exactly. I mean, what outside of Trevor Lawrence, this team has usually always built defense early.
Oh yeah.
In draft day scenarios, and I look for them to
what
keep
got
it
them to the championship years ago when they had Blake Bortles and lost to the Steelers. First of all, the fact that you got to a title game with Blake Bortles still blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But they did it all on defense, man.
Joe Douglas Cooks, that Will Anderson. Anderson's gonna be interesting.
So I'm not an anti-Will Anderson fan, but I kind of feel Will Anderson is gonna have to be. First of all, he's only a 3-4 player. Will Anderson will never play in 4-3. If you run a 4-3 defense and you get Will Anderson, you can kiss your first round pick goodbye. Straight up is done. But Will Anderson is gonna have to be a player where you let Will Anderson do Will Anderson shit.
Yep, you just have to let Will Anderson be and let Will Anderson exist. Which I mean, if Houston were to pull the trigger there at 2 and go at that option, I don't necessarily hate because they tend to let their guys on the line kind of do what they want.
JJ was allowed to go wherever he wanted to,
They used
Jadeveon didn't work out
ways.
well, but Jadeveon was used multiple ways. My only issue with the whole, if you want to talk about Will Anderson and the Houston, and this is still my issue, and it's going to be my issue the entire draft. You can build defense first all you want. You've got nothing on offense to show for it. And there is, it's the NFL, man. First of all, one, it's a business. I don't care what he says. It's a business. We saw Lamar's contract. We saw what happened with Aaron Rodgers. The NFL's a goddamn business, man. And you know what sells tickets? Offense. Defense doesn't sell tickets.
Doesn't sell it. No. Unless you're a Ray Lewis, a Deion Sanders, Ed Reed, those guys, Sean Taylor, those guys sold seats. Yeah. But they are exceptional.
You're talking about the top 0.1% of defensive players that ever played this game. Is Will Anderson going to be a Hall of Famer? Maybe. Who knows? I think he's a Pro Bowl level player. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player. I actually think he's not as good as Michael Parsons was. But
no.
To me, that the pick doesn't make any sense for Houston because it's a pick on a player that you can't build around. And when you're picking number 2 in the NFL draft, your idea should always be this player, this specific player is what we're going to build through. I don't know how you build through a hybrid 3-4 linebacker. And he's not only just a traditional hybrid, can play defense, can play outside. He can play inside if he wants to, too.
Yep.
So you've got a guy that's technically good at 3 positions, but elite at none. And I don't know how you want to build around that. I like what they did in the secondary. But this definitely seems more like a situation where if you don't go quarterback, this better be a trade down. Or if you get Will Anderson, you better go ahead and just send. You better just straight full fucking send everything on defense, build a top 5 defense, and figure it out later.
Yep.
So it's got to go one of the two.
Yep. I mean, and then whatever offensive pieces that you're going to get through the draft, through whatever remaining rounds and remaining picks, you're praying to God that those offensive pieces are all hits.
Oh, 100%. And it's not even like hits. It's like, Russell Wilson 3rd round, banging. Like, it's not just a hit. Like, these guys better come off the board. They better fucking come in. They better do their job correctly. Because at this point in the game, it's not like you can go out in free agency. I mean, we could see. I'm going to throw it out there because this is a podcast and it's always fun because I like to see the reactions. Is it possible that Houston is sitting at 2 right now, takes Will Anderson, makes a phone call over to San Francisco saying, hey, I got a 1st-round pick next year for Trey Lance? Is that possible? 100%.
That's definitely possible. That we've seen crazier shit in drafts.
Oh yeah.
And that would make we had a Kevin Costner joke earlier. That would make Kevin Costner very happy. Aiden, I'm gonna come back up to that Zay comment in a minute. Hoove was good. Shout out to the homie Hoove too. Hoove asking, and I actually I touched on this on my Facebook page a little bit. Robbie, I'm pushing a Chase Young to Arizona trade to get CJ Stroud at 3. John, with Arizona having a new coach in Jonathan Gannon, it doesn't make sense for them to try and bring any quarterback controversy, especially with how when you look at a personality type as Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, a guy who this channel is friends with. We've interviewed him. Really good guy, really good friend. So we have nothing negative to say about Kyler because he's given us our time, and he gave us our time when he gave us his time when he was a first round fucking draft pick when all eyes were on him. Didn't need to. Gave us way more than what he should have. Furthermore, with that being said and stated, I do believe that it'll be Stroud that lands in Houston. Kind of segueing out of that Will Anderson talk from the Washington angle of your comment here. Washington has already gone on record and stated the real reasoning behind denying the 5th-year option was, hey, and it's what every Commanders fan has said and every Commanders fan has known. If you know the fucking Commanders fan, they're going to tell you the same thing. Chase hasn't proved himself. There's no reason for us to pick up the 5th. A motivated, and I'll use Coach's words, right out of his mouth. A motivated Chase, who's going to be trying to get that money next year, is a lot better for us and a lot more profitable for us. And Chase has already said this out of his own fucking mouth. It's going to be more profitable for us and better for us than if we were to try and trade for him right now. At least if he develops some value throughout the season, we can either A, move him mid-season, B, what's likely to happen is sign him to an extension after this season. He wants to be a Commander. He wants to remain a Commander, but he also wants to prove himself and earn his money. So there's a lot of maturity out of Young, right? Him even just saying that himself.
Well, and when I saw them deny the 5th-year option, to me, it wasn't even, they don't think Chase Young is a good player.
St. Pat FF, what's good? Go ahead and continue, Jeff. I'm sorry.
You're good. To me, this seemed like what would be more like a baseball move. Like, I can catch this kid on a 5th-year option. I'm going to guarantee his ass X amount of money. But if I wait and sign him to an extension, I can adjust the way I move this. I can adjust the way I move this cap. But if I take this 5th-year option right now, one, I'm locked in. It's not only X money, it's guaranteed X money, and it's still just a 1-year deal. So if I wait till mid-season, something like that, we can try and push this. We can adjust this. We can move this money around. You can't move that 5th-year option money around. So as soon as I saw it and I saw everyone freaking out, remember, it was what we just said a minute. It's a business. I was like, this is a business decision, and it was a smart decision. Because either A, he flops, or B, you catch him on a contract that you can move that completely fits what you're doing right now. The Commanders aren't going anywhere high, anywhere fast. He's the defensive end. We seem to have a lot of them coming out of the draft recently. Pass rushers are kind of almost, you can get as many pass rushers as you can get energy drinks at the gas station, it seems, in the last couple drafts. So if Chase wants to play, Chase wants to do it, no problem. But it doesn't seem like a type of guy I'm willing to guarantee $22, $23, $24 million a year for multiple years. Lock that up when you guys are still trying to get that quarterback, still trying to build that backfield, that offensive line. There's a lot of things that still need to happen. So I wasn't freaking out about it like the rest of the planet was. We see it happen all the time. Jamal Adams got denied his 5th-year option. We knew he got traded later, but everyone knew it's because that 5th-year option money isn't worth most of the players who were the top 5 pick, because either you're going to get that deal before your option, or that option is going to be so high that it makes no sense to sign that option anyway. Why am I going to lock you up at this price?
Pat, anything that you would like to add on Chase Young before we slide into the Phallus Cowboys?
I would say don't expect 2024 to see Chase Young in a Commander's uniform. Generally, that it's seen almost as disrespectful to not pick up that 5th-year option, and it's hard to overcome that for teams. So while it does free them up to not have to pay him that 5th year, look to see a trade happen. Look to see them get out something that they before he even ends up hitting free agency. Sign and trade essentially, but in the NFL it's trade and sign.
Yep.
However they want to do it. So
yeah, I'm gonna be interested.
I wasn't gonna bring up damaged goods, but
Yeah, it's
sad.
damaged
It's
goods.
sad what happened to him.
Yeah, but I mean, and he even said he's like, I'm not expecting it. He's like, I want to earn my money, and hearing that come out of the horse's mouth, I can get with. I can get with it. Shows maturity on his end. The way he handled it shows maturity. We'll see how this plays out for Chase. If he builds up some value, or if he builds up enough to earn some money and get what he wants and remain a commander, then good on him.
Go play a couple 1-year contracts. Make people go out and say, I want you on the team. I need to have you on my team.
Mm-hmm. I'm hearing about the Cowboys getting a tight end. For Dallas, my personal belief is take your chances on Hendershot for now. And the rest of the tight end room that's there. No disrespect to those other guys. Take your chances on the tight end room that you have now. And tonight we're only breaking down the first round during this show. Tonight, I feel like you need to be going and getting a Jordan Addison. You need a complement, a field stretcher to CD Lamb. CD Lamb was profitable and gave Dallas a positive ROI when he had a Cooper Kupp. Getting him something like that, I think, is significantly more of a positive for you guys than you going out and getting a Dalton Kincaid or a Meyer. I don't see those fits for Dallas. I could see Dallas doing that. Are they fits coming out of the first round? No. Your thoughts, Pat?
I disagree there. I think Meyer or Kincaid could both come in and do something for that Dallas offense. Meyer having the great blocking ability in addition to his pass catching. I think the need for wide receiver has been greatly diminished for the Cowboys with the addition of Brandon Cooks. So they will still likely address the wide receiver position, but I don't see them looking at that before round 3 or round 4.
Okay. Let's see here. I got Philly moving to 6 to grab Paris Johnson. Do you agree or disagree there, Pat?
It's safe to say I'm just going to disagree because I think any extra trades are going to be easy to say, no, it's not going to happen, and then just be surprised when it does. I'd say let's see how the first 5 picks goes, because I have no clue who's actually going to be picked 1 through 5. I have an idea of where a couple of those picks are going to be, but what is actually going to happen, I have no freaking clue.
The Texans are the biggest wild card.
What up, Taco? No, they're not.
What up, boys?
No.
You kidding me?
The Texans are the biggest wild card within 5 picks. If you're saying that across all the whole first round,
no, he's just talking about the first 5 picks. He's like, I don't know what's going. Like number 2 is going to determine so much.
What the Texans do adjust the way picks 3 through 5 are going to fall.
Yeah.
The trades that are behind the scenes and ready to be accepted is all dependent on whether or not the Texans are waiting on quarterback as opposed to the smoke that is going on.
That's so crazy to me because
it feels like such smoke.
I saw that the Vegas has the Will Anderson as the best odds to go number 2 right now. That's who Vegas has as the odds on. But it's just crazy to me that you have a team that's basically not had a quarterback the last couple of years. You have all this great draft capital. There's a couple of really good quarterback prospects. And to not take your guy to take a defensive player, I mean, that's kind of a hard sell to the fan base. That's kind of a hard sell.
Yeah. Here, going back to the comment at hand from who? Philly moving up. Philly moving up feels weird. Just because we don't really see teams that are in that Super Bowl window. The Rams weren't moving up after winning, or even just to get in a fucking position to win. The Bengals weren't moving up, once they had gotten there, and we're in a position. The Chiefs aren't really a team that you don't really see teams that have already gone to the promised land. Like, all right, let's start doing dumb shit. That doesn't happen too often. If Philly is moving anywhere, what you're looking for, what I feel like what you're looking for with Philly, which is a conversation we haven't had yet, is if there's starting to be rumbles of RB early talk, then I think that's when you see Philly be like, oh fuck, we need to go and get Bijan.
Well, I mean, even if you want to talk about RB early, like, yeah, Bijan's a badass. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be pretty good too. But
Gibbs is going to be amazing. Yeah.
When I see the Paris Johnson talk, I get the Paris Johnson talk. I've heard some talk about a wide receiver too having that third one. Does everyone forget that they almost lost their entire secondary?
They fucking their secondary is abysmal.
Like, does everyone forget that? And we've already talked about it. Joey Porter Jr. and there's a couple other are going to be right there. You ain't got to move for him. I get it. You need a left tackle. I get it. You need to replace Miles Sanders. You just lost almost your entire secondary on a team that has a phenomenal front seven. And you just expect them to completely do everything and just allow two teams which are about to be able to absolutely unload for 40 points a game through the air in their own division if they want to just have at it? You really thinking that's like, come on?
Just there's not, and I don't want to be like overly analytical. This is one of those, like, if any of you guys remember the movie Angels in the Outfield, Dan Glover's son, where he was like, well, it could happen. This is one of those, well, it could happen type of things. Like, no, it really fucking can't. Like, this is fiction. Like, I mean, it's an NFL draft, whatever. But with this particularly, there's not enough data. Kind of going back to my supporting, opening of this statement. We don't usually see Super Bowl type teams be like, oh, let's go move up into like the top 10. Like that just doesn't happen.
But it's also rare that you have a Super Bowl team that has two picks like the way they do, including one that's in pole position. So that's not too terribly
rare. That's not too terribly rare.
I mean,
no, I get what he's saying though. Like if they've got one pick, that wouldn't take much to move into a higher position, and I agree with you on that. That makes sense. I get you on that one.
I would just with how he's been doing in Philly, I would see just as quickly him trading back more than trading up to continue to keep to gather that draft capital so he can make these deals.
Yeah.
The 2024 season, as teams are starting to go out of the hunt, you can find that extra cornerback. You can find that secondary piece later on. But with as strong of a front seven as that defense already has,
oh, that's a chick.
You can piecemeal a secondary together.
I mean, look
at great front seven and pressure makes up for a rough secondary. A great secondary can't make up for a bad front seven.
Brian Branch, the only safety taken in the first round. If that were a prop, I wouldn't fucking mind money on that. If that were a prop,
so what's the over-under tight ends?
2. I think it's 2.
2 or 3.
2.
Yeah. Or it says it's at 2.5. I think is the line.
Yeah. Call me crazy, but for fantasy, we need to stop the Will Levis hate. This is a psychology thing. And there's psychology behind what you're saying. If you are in a league with, that's a 2 QB league, or like you're in a dynasty where you need to and you start 2, but you need to have 2 others benched or whatever the case may be, right? This is one of those where you need to right the fuck now, while you are watching the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, while you're hitting the share content button, and you're sharing this show to all of your social media, which I'm purposely saying so that you all do it right now. While you're doing that, you need to be wrapping your mind around this guy could potentially be on your roster. So if you have any malice or hate towards him now, you need to let it go. Let it go. Like an Adesanya Pereira fight. Like he left them fucking frozen like Elsa. Okay? You need to just let it go. If he's gonna be one thing that I've learned, even when I've gotten guys on my team, that I'm like, damn, like I didn't want that, but circumstances may happen or whatever the case. I now have to have to nut up or shut up. How many times have we seen Mike, who's not here right now, but he'll be on later. How many times have we seen Mike defend shovel-faced Sam Darnold? I was completely against Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones ended up on a dynasty team for me. I had to start backing up Daniel Jones. These things happen. So I love that this was brought up in the comment section down here. Tonight's going to alter your perspective on a lot of players. If you weren't a fan of Anthony Richardson, but guess what? Anthony Richardson, your rookie drafts now falls you, or his landing spot now elevates. Shut up and color. Fall in line.
Well, and I think one thing too that we all need to, as a fantasy community, agree on is there's a lot of hate about quarterbacks, and I agree with the hate about quarterbacks. But you got about 7 quarterbacks that are worth a fucking damn.
Yep.
And then you got everyone else in the fucking league.
Yep.
So whether you hate this guy or you don't like this guy, there's only a couple that really matter. And then after that, hey man, it's a crapshoot. It's plug and play. That's what's going to happen. So do I like Anthony Richardson? No, but you know what? He's going to get rush yards, and my dynasty league gets rush yards. Do I like Will Levis? No, but he's going to throw touchdowns.
And guess who likes him? The NFL.
Everyone has to remember, format matters. Like, if you're in a 2 QB dynasty format, then you fucking grab your quarterback.
Yep.
Don't fucking be stupid. A quarterback's there. Like, you got to assess, like, just like how the NFL does. Each position has a value, and when you're looking at that board, I really like the running back, but it's a motherfucking quarterback who runs. You don't get silly. You draft him. Now, if it's a 1 QB redraft league, and you're looking at these guys, that's a guy you let sit on the waiver wire, but you keep an eye on him. You scout him out. You watch how he plays. So this way, if it comes push to shove, your guy gets hurt, you need to make a play. You've seen how he is, and you have an idea. For a lot of, I feel like, players, they forget. Format matters more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even only format too, but you also got to look at the fact, and this is, we said this a lot in the oil field, Eastern Oil Company's slogan: don't do stupid shit.
Yep.
Just don't do dumb shit. Look, I'm not a huge fan of this guy. I don't care if you like him or not. Whether you like him or not, it's the 6th round, and he's going to drop 300 points in this league. Yep. If you need a wide receiver who's getting 160, that math don't add up, dog.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Who are you going to take? If we're talking dynasty, a lot of us play dynasty here, and you're looking at, all right, am I taking Will Levis or Jordan Addison or whoever the wide receiver 2 off the board is?
I'm taking fucking
Will
Levis.
These guys are looking at. You're lucky if you get a top 15 season out of any of these wide receiver 2s. Anyone in this class outside of JSN, you are lucky if you get beyond a top 15 season points per game.
Segue right there. Segue.
Oh, all right.
Good job, Pat. Good. Wait, it was like Pat fucking. Me and Pat been working together so long, he just knows. We are a very, very big wide receiver channel. It didn't happen that way for some reason. Wide receivers just fucking make friends with the Rumboyz. I don't know.
Oh, for some reason,
I prefer the tight ends.
Yeah.
Hey, we have interviewed quite a few tight ends. JSN, probably the most spoken about talent out of this class this year. Where is he falling and why? Just super bland.
Well, I guess so. There's a two-part answer for that to me. First of all, JSN would be easily in a top 5 conversation if Marvin Harrison Jr. didn't blow the fuck up the way he did. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. had a lot to do with Jackson Smith falling down, Zay Flowers, Quentin Johnson coming up. But as far as where Jackson Smith is going to go, I think all of exactly where he's going to go is going to completely depend on what happens at 2 and 3. I think 100% that is exactly because he can go anywhere in the top 15, But when people are trying to move up to 2 and 3, and all of a sudden Will Anderson starts moving around, quarterbacks start moving around, maybe somebody jumps up and takes a tight end a little bit early, this kid can go anywhere because he is a type of wide receiver where I don't care how many wide receivers you have on your team. He is an instant playmaker on your team. And there is not a team in this league that you can tell me point blank has 2 number 1 wide receivers on it that can't use Jackson Smith.
Cincinnati's the only team that I can think of that has 2 ones.
All right, I'll play your game. Cincinnati has 2 ones, but I wasn't like they're so far out. They're so far down the board.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shot anyway.
Yeah.
Baby. Lock it in DK.
I had to
What
talk
up,
to
Weeds?
the
Weeds
family
was
members.
rocking the Rumboyz Premium. What's good? Hell yes.
I had to talk down to family members today. They're like, this mock draft had JSN to the Packers. We don't want a slot receiver that can only run a 4.58. I'm like, are you dumb?
Bro, y'all haven't got no damn
Hey,
receivers.
Boomer, you're not dumb. Uncle Bob, I hope you're listening. You're dumb as fuck.
I was gonna say,
You're dumb as fuck.
First of all, a slot receiver that runs a 4.58. I'm sorry, how fast do they assume receivers to be at that height? Step one. And y'all seen this dude's hands? I watched.
Have
this
you
kid play
seen
his
him?
college
Have you
career.
seen him separate? I know we didn't get to see much of him last year, but he can separate.
But that's what I was talking about earlier. Marvin Harrison blew up so big last year, everyone forgot what Jackson Smith did the year before when he smoked college. He made Addison look like a chump. Like he smoked college football, and then Marvin Harrison blows up, and all of a sudden Jackson starts coming down. Now, I get there's a couple other receivers, but I think a lot of guys are forgetting what Jackson Smith can do on this field.
We also remember what Jackson Smith did alongside Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, who are both top 10 receivers coming up in this league.
Oh yeah.
Yo,
At some point, someone you gotta let someone go.
Hey, in the words,
college defenses are gonna let someone go.
In the words of we've shout out top 5 a lot. In the words of top 5 rappers of all time, my homie Jay-Z, this ain't pink, it's mauve. It ain't pink, it's mauve. And plus, Cameron and the whole Dipset crew, they brought back like the whole like pink joint, like they're that's like a whole wave. Like they got him and Mace, Cam and Mace got like a whole sports show where like they like wear like pink blazers and shit. Or like that's been a thing, bro. It's been a thing. A.T. Perry is nasty.
Sometimes Cam is a good representative. Other times I look at Cam and I just shake my head. It's a goddamn killer.
Cam's not really from Harlem. He's from D.C.
I can imagine. Fucking Jewels is our boy. The fact that he was drunk during verses got me pissed.
Bro, Dipset. Let's see here. I'm trying to think who else I want to ask about, or do I want to give us a quick break before shit kind of starts really?
I'll throw one out there. We like talking about wide receivers out of TCU. Yo, is this kid boom or bust? Quentin Johnson, man. I watched the kid play. I watched him play against Top in Town. I watched against him play low in town. We like talking about wide receivers, kind of been a theme. And I want to know what people think. Is Quentin Johnson 1? Is he 2? Is he 3? Is Quentin Johnson bumped up because TCU had such that rise to fame? And we watch Quentin Johnson every Saturday in prime time. We watch him do some amazing things. Like, what do we honestly feel about Quentin Johnson? Is this another TCU receiver, Philly, that's going to kind of bust in the NFL, or is this another receiver that maybe actually has what it takes, but we're all kind of knocking him because he came from a small school? You feel what I'm saying right now?
remember all that hype that Hakeem Butler had around him? Everyone was like, yo, this is baby Julio, yada, 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 yada. I see it like that. Like, because Johnson has the size and everything, but it's a matter of like, bro, like once you get to the NFL, are you going to be able to match up and compete with everybody else? Are you going to be able to utilize that side? Are you going to be able to utilize that speed, stay healthy, let alone because you played an extended long as college season? Johnson worries me.
That, and then they're saying Johnson to the Giants in the chat. Like, it's not what I want to hear.
My biggest
I
story
think
with
Addison
Johnson
goes to the Giants. Go ahead,
early on coming out of the college season, I was like Jason 1, Johnson 2. That's where I was at. And Johnson has slowly been falling down my board. I feel like every week or two.
Concern?
My big concern
from my hometown to Brickashaw.
He is I think he doesn't know how to play receiver.
I get
watching
that.
him play.
Yeah.
He does. I feel like he has all the God-given athletic talent in the world, but he doesn't understand the game of football. And maybe that can get coached into him.
So he's
but
Darius Hayward Bay.
There's a mixture of he looks, because he doesn't know how to play football, he looks lazy when it comes to separation.
He just uses his size. That's it.
He doesn't know how to do it.
He's a power forward that can be a wide receiver too.
No,
He
I
could
get
be,
it though,
but he's got to develop those things on the football field. He's got to learn how to use that as a wide receiver. Being that much better athletically than everyone else around you is going to get him to literally to the NFL and potentially a first-round draft pick.
What I noticed about him too is something that you was just talking about. And my bad, dude. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
I was
you're
looking
good.
on a lag there.
You're good.
Was it kind of what you were just talking about? Is you scout this game long enough, and brother, you know I've been doing this for a long fucking time. You scout this game long enough, you can tell when a wide receiver is, and I don't mean this to sound negative, but mentally unintelligent when it comes to the position. Quentin puts himself in positions as a wide receiver where he is at a negative position for the ball. Mm-hmm. Rarely do I see Quentin Johnson put himself in a positive position to go and get the ball or understand where the ball is, the sideline, and the defensive back. Yeah, you're an athletic freak, but you shouldn't have had to jump 3 feet over the defender. If you would have jump cut on the inside like you were supposed to and pushed your defender to the boundary, it wouldn't have been an issue. But you didn't do that. You let the defender get on your hip. You didn't get him off, and you had to jump over his ass and go get it. Let me tell you, they're 6'2" in the NFL, and they run 4.42. They will smash your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And the people you can compare him to, like, I want to say his body build is similar to a Julio or to a Calvin Johnson or even a fucking DK Metcalf.
Hakeem Butler 2.0.
You know what? I had similar things with DK Metcalf coming out where I was like, he is ungodly athletic.
Oh yeah,
and he's got to figure out playing wide receiver in the NFL, and it's taken some time for him to develop that route tree to become great.
If Johnson can fall, if Johnson can be a faller and fall to like a system like Buffalo, I'm with the shits. Because it's like, okay, cool.
Does Buffalo want to take that time to let him learn when they're going for the Super Bowl?
Well, when you have bigs, when you got bigs, you know, and the guys
trying to get his way out of there, you need someone right now that can step in and be.
Buffalo just needs to get over the hump. Buffalo just
needs
to
sign next to him real fast.
Yes.
I've seen the idea I've seen the idea of Hopkins to Buffalo, and that's a win now move.
To release the photos of you.
And that's a trade that we could see come out tonight.
The one thing though that I will say about DK, and I think DK doesn't get enough. When we look back in the draft, I don't think we give DK a little bit of enough slack for it. DK played with a lot of other elite receivers, so he wasn't asked to be intelligent. He was asked to be a big fucking body receiver and go ball on people. Now, Quentin, when he goes to Buffalo, now let's say he does go to Buffalo, you are right. Buffalo does need another receiver. They 100% do. Do I think Stephon Diggs is going to teach him how to do it? No, I do not. Do I think Josh Allen is going to wait for him to develop? Not entirely, and not that Josh Allen is a bad quarterback. I just don't think Buffalo will give him what he needs as time to develop because Stephon's just going to take over the game, and he doesn't seem – Stephon has had the opportunity multiple times in his career to develop other receivers, and I've never seen it technically happen from Stephon. So I'm not sure how that'll work out as far as the developmental type. But the kid's got the ability. The kid's got the talent. I think it's going to be a 100% patience game, and it's going to have to come down to who's teaching him, who's coaching him. But also, I mean, let's all be honest. We all play football. We all know how the game works. It's all about you, your work ethic, whether or not you're willing to put it in, whether or not you're willing to learn. Unfortunately for the NFL, you usually don't have that much time.
No.
Later, brother.
Saying that you have Addison to the Vikings, I really think Addison goes to the Giants. I really think that Addison to the Giants is. I really think it's a thing.
I want Addison to the Chargers so bad.
Actually, the Chargers wouldn't be a bad fit. I think the Chargers. I'm just so sold on Zay Flowers to Los Angeles.
All right, I got a quick question before I
Nice.
go, guys. With the Colts pick, if they have their choice and
It's Will Levis.
It's Will Levis.
It's Will Levis, you think?
Yeah, it's Will Levis. Yeah.
The dam's breaking.
That's a guy that you hear
such
such conflicting reports because I've heard him climbing, I've heard him falling. I've seen
He's
him throwing
climbing.
on his knees. What is it, 65 yards, and I'm getting fucking Jamarcus Russell fucking vibes.
So Levis could have easily had a day 2 grade. And for the most part, us as a channel gave him a day 2 grade. Every NFL analyst has hyped him up, and his pro day really helped him out a fuck ton. So there's that. You're not wrong for getting Jamarcus Russell vibes, but kind of going back to what I said earlier, if he's going to end up on someone's fantasy team, you got to be willing to adjust the blinders a little bit and be open minded.
Facts.
I'll
be back once the picks start rolling. Maybe you got to get this baby to sleep.
Let's see. It looks like they're doing national anthem right now, so we're gonna go to a quick break. Okay, guys, y'all down for a quick break? Go stretch your legs really fast. I give you guys a quick fiver.
Yeah, I'm good with that, Big Doc.
Cool. Pat, you down for a quick fiver?
No. Put me on the air. Full screen, Pat. Let's go.
Come in, coach.
We got 4 minutes. We got 3 minutes and 13 seconds. I'll be right back.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go. Alrighty. Here, I'm gonna pull Taco down for a bit because he's putting the child down. Alrighty. So we are just about 5 minutes, five minutes away to we figure out, or well, Carolina's on the clock. I think that we all kind of know what's going to happen here. First off, right? Right. I think we all can for the most part confirm that it's going to be Bryce Young.
We will see.
It'll be Bryce Young. I think it's going to be Bryce Young. I don't see anyone else being more. He'll let himself in. I don't see anyone else being a better fit at one. I don't foresee, if I had a crystal ball, I don't see anyone else's name being called at number one outside of BY, like straight up. Or yeah, Bryce Young. There he is. 4,872 passing yards, 47 TDs in 2021. Single season school records. And there's been a lot of talk about size, but I mean, in today's NFL, with a lot of the quarterbacks that we're seeing, I don't think that's as big of a concern as many people have been exaggerating. Dog, they're mocking tight end 4 to Dallas, bro. Not good for that.
I feel like we were running into any of the top 4 to 5 tight ends in this class are worth as much as what would have been the tight end 1 last year. And overall, this tight end class is much better than last year's.
This tight end class is significantly better. What up, Mike?
Hello, people.
Hello, Puppet.
Where's this place from?
Literally got here.
Okay.
I figured you just got home.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing about next year's draft class
I
is
really
Brock
like
Bowers.
this. You doing your personal
Whoa.
training.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for Brock Bowers.
So, Mike, is Sheepaholic announcing any picks for you guys tonight?
No, F that mofo. I'm the real Chiefsaholic. Not that freaking wannabe bank robbing little bitch.
Hey, careful how you answer that, man. The FBI might come for you.
Let him. I got a clean bill.
Live from Mexico, across the border, is Cheapaholic with the cheese fucking. Oh, I love it. I love it.
What channel are you guys watching tonight?
Whoa.
NFL Network.
I'm off of ESPN right now, but
I am on NFL Network because NFL Network shows us love.
That's fine.
the Cardinals are trading the 66th overall pick in the draft to the Eagles for the 94th pick and a 5th round pick in 2024, and the rights to coach Jonathan Gannon, part of a tampering investigation settlement.
Yep. I heard that. I heard there was a chance.
What are you mixing it with? Ginger ale Sprite.
Sprite.
Oh, come on. And it's always the first pick that takes they take the whole fucking time. It's like, we're just gonna sit here party bullshit. I'm gonna get high.
So what? Who cares?
we're gonna end up falling behind all the coverage always falls behind the reality because they're waiting for it to be picked, but yet there'll be 2 or 3 picks farther along in the draft room.
So Robbie, do you want me to, if I find something out early than TV, do we announce it or no? We need to make that clear now.
That's a fair question. That's a fair question.
Because we had that issue.
Let's let the chat vote on that. Let's let our viewers Viewers, do you guys like when we give you updates early?
Like if
Aiden's
it's 3
saying no.
minutes
Aiden's like no.
because last year they were putting stuff in the chat, and then we didn't know to say anything, yes or no.
Yeah, we were like but like we knew.
We knew, but we couldn't.
I
feel like the
that,
news is the actual what they're here for.
Yeah.
Anyone can be on ESPN and be 10, 15 minutes behind reality. And
yeah, if we get it early, we're breaking it.
Okay.
Yep. Because it's the same thing. It's the same thing when we broke the whole fucking 49ers Trent Williams situation. We knew fucking 16 hours before. What did we do as a fucking YouTube channel? We went ahead and said it. No one else reported it. And we were like, then again, we also had fucking 49ers intel, but that's either fucking here or there. But if we get it, go ahead.
Okay.
Just make sure that we verify it
first
before we fire.
Well, no, if I do it, it's probably going to be Mr. Dom.
Yeah, because Dov is gonna have at least 3, 4, 5 picks that he's gonna completely botch.
I know, but I also have one more. I know someone on the floor. Even
NFL.com is going to be ahead of any of our football coverage because tonight's about the intrigue. It's about the interviews. It's about the special stories. Think Olympic opening ceremony. People watching the NFL draft round 1 because of the stories.
All the bro. I'm gonna be straight up though. Like we're all colleagues here. We're all colleagues here. And I can say this because no one's ever actually seen this fucker in real life. I almost wanted to punch Dov in the face last year. bro, he had 5 fucking completely just on days 2 and 3. I was like, Dov, what are you doing? And they were completely wrong. And then tried to delete the tweets. We're not gonna fucking find them. We're gonna know. People screenshot when you tweet. It's a thing. Ask the person with 20 fucking K followers.
Oh yeah, people keep receipts, and they will keep them fuckers for years.
They won't keep the receipts when I'm right.
No, hell no.
I had someone trying to get at me for. I did a special fun statistic, and I typed it in wrong to where it was too vague, and I put out the correction of it immediately. Someone was like, "We saw the original." I go, "So what? It doesn't fucking matter."
Exactly.
It was like the Detroit Tigers have drafted when Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl. The Detroit Tigers had drafted more Super Bowl winning quarterbacks than the Detroit Lions ever did. Because they drafted Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that. Damn, that is solid. Bro, speaking of quarterbacks that got drafted by baseball teams, Kyler's sitting somewhere happy with everything that's happening in fucking Oakland.
Well, I love all the bullshit that everyone was posting about Kyler. Oh, because of what's going on with Arizona, he's going to go back to baseball. No, the fuck he's not.
No, he's not.
Get that shit out of here. You guys were bored in the offseason trying to pull some shit that he's going to go back and play baseball. No, the hell he's not. Ain't no way that shit's happening.
Especially not for no fucking athletics, bro. In hot-ass Vegas?
Homie, Phoenix is hotter, dog.
Phoenix is hotter. Phoenix is hotter, but they have a dome. I don't think the baseball stadium's going to have one.
What they're talking about doing right now doesn't look like it's going to be a dome because it's supposed to kind of be over by where the Rio is.
They announced it's going to be right behind the other side of the freeway from T-Mobile.
Yeah, that's right where the Rio's at. They're gonna
botch it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The news broke on our side. The news broke to us probably a couple of days ago. There's been all kinds of shit with the Rio, and they were gonna put it out by the M, but that's Rio's far from everyone. Bro, it still sucks. So they're putting it there. most people aren't mad about it. It's still centrally located, and the way they set up Allegiant and T-Mobile is pretty much Uber friendly, sort of easy in and easy out. So putting it there, not really a big deal. The space is there. The infrastructure is already set up for everything there. It's near the strip, so not really a big deal.
I just hope that y'all embrace them for real, for real.
Well, Vegas does, man. Vegas loves baseball. Everybody forgets how many baseball players have come out of Vegas. Vegas actually really enjoys baseball, and we've seen what's happened with the Golden Knights. We saw what was going to happen with the Raiders. The Aviators always do well. Vegas loves their sports. Plus, you always have the tourists who come down. Let's say you come into Vegas, man, like you come in to see me in Vegas. And you're like, bro, let's go see the A's play. It's going to be like maybe $40 a ticket. That ain't hard, right? We can go bounce over there, then go bounce to the strip, go gamble, go get drunk, and go
Yes!
eat. Like, that's an easy move, right? Like, that shit ain't hard, right? Like...
That did not, hold on. No, that did not just happen. Shams is the NBA. Hey, really quick, if you're an NBA analyst, stay the fuck over in your sport. This is our realm. You ain't built like this.
I'll be honest, no one's ruining the first pick. I think we already know it.
We already know it. But it hasn't even been announced yet. Like, they haven't even walked on stage. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like don't let fans enjoy this shit. Like, it's like when people spoil spoil Netflix shows. It's like, dog, I haven't even gotten there yet. Shams got it before Dove, cuz.
And I still think it's wrong. I still think Bryce Young shouldn't be the first pick, but that's not me, dog.
What does Shams say?
We'll talk about that later because I'm not disagreeing with you 1,000 at all. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
I don't think anyone in this draft was worth as much as Carolina paid.
No, but Pat knows who I think the QB1 is.
Will Levis.
Okay, I got the
Hendon
remove
Hooker.
button.
Hendon Hooker.
I'd rather have Hendon Hooker over freaking mayonnaise, bitch.
Hooker? I barely even know her.
You love that one.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I love that one all the time. Cheap and easy.
There's certain jokes that are just timeless. Yo, someone get Shams out of the fucking Carolina war room, bro. So is Bryce Young. We already said it earlier. Yo, I love YouTube TV. Be like, yo, you want to skip this commercial? Yeah, I do. Yo, he spoiled that shit 3 minutes ahead of time.
Shams is just trying to make him Shams already has a name, but he's just trying to make his name across the board with what everything else ESPN is doing, and no one trusts Schefter anymore. And like, dog, I get it, but it still bothers me whether it's the NBA draft, MLB draft, the NHL draft. We all know who the first pick is going to be, but don't be that dude, man.
Don't be that guy. Let the antics play out.
Yeah, let everyone enjoy it. We already know, like most of us have known for weeks who it's going to be. But let us, if you want to ruin pick 13, whatever. I don't give a shit. Don't ruin pick 1, man. Like, that's what 90% of the people watching this are here to see is pick 1, to watch everything happen, watch all the dramatics go down, watch the commissioner come out, all the bullshit. Don't come out here early. Like, he hasn't even come. He's just now coming to the podium. Don't break that shit, dog. Man, like, come on, dude.
Eric,
let us boo Goodell. Like, let us
do
what we need to do,
bro. What up, Calvin? The NFL loves Will Levis. It's gonna be great, Mike.
People said Trubisky was going to be great. People said
Stop
Rosen
it.
was
No
going
one
to be
said
great.
that. No one said that. Nobody ever
No
fucking
shit.
said
Rosen
that.
was going to be great. Nobody.
He was a top 10 pick.
The Bears said that shit. Don't put us in that fucking group. Don't.
No,
Nobody
I'm not
on
saying
this
us.
fucking channel.
No. I'm not saying us. I said
I
people.
worked that draft. Hold on. That was the first draft that this channel ever worked. Now, I remember having Ty Boogie sit next to me. He was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck
I never
is
said
Trubisky?
your ass said that. I said people.
Bro. Hey, what was worse for the Bears? What's more heartbreaking if you're a Bears fan, the double doink or fucking Mitch Trubisky?
Double doink. Because it was at least in a game.
So mean. So mean. So fucked up.
Oh, I'm putting you guys on mute so I can hear Eric Stone Street.
All right, now that Mike can't hear us anymore, let's talk some shit.
Yeah.
I can still hear you.
Over fucking rated. Not gonna see a ring anytime soon.
Hey Sling, what the hell? Why you keep freezing on me?
Go ahead,
Let's
Stone
go!
Street. Go ahead, Stone Street.
Let's go! I'm a couple seconds ahead of you. Let's go!
Mahomes, one of only two. Wait. Yeah, no, it's him and Doug Williams. It's him and Doug
Sleeper really
Williams.
just announce it?
One of only fucking two black quarterbacks to win a fucking Lombardi. Like, that's mind-blowing. Our sport is over 100 years old.
No, remember, we're going to have to wait another 10 minutes because they still haven't even put Carolina on the clock.
Clock, yeah.
Sleeper just announced it.
That's what I'm saying. Sleepers,
Yeah.
But on TV, they have not put them on the clock yet.
Look at those shades by Kelsey. All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, Sleeper's got someone in the back.
I fucking love Kelsey. Of course, Sleeper does. Of course, Sleeper.
They're just using Shams reporting.
Ill.
Goodell just put them on the clock, and Sleeper's already put out the notification. I hate that.
Yo, is my man rocking Armani, bro?
Dude, we got a 10-minute clock, and freaking the pick's already been picked on or announced on Sleeper.
Yo, Kelsey's the definition of white guys that fuck black chicks.
Yes, he is.
Like, bro. Like, when I look at him, I'm like, yo, damn, it's like this motherfucker, my dad from like the '90s, bro. Like, the fuck,
Bro, that shit was funny right there. That was
Thanks.
funny. Like,
Thanks. Yo, my set this past week. So I did two sets. My first set, all like written material. My second set, freestyled. And oh my gosh, like I just started roasting people, started doing crowd work. It was great. So yeah, and I have another one coming up in like 2 weeks.
Check the private chat.
Yeah, my next set's gonna have like a lot more shit like that.
the one thing I like about Travis.
Travis Kelce afraid of the dark?
God!
Is Travis Kelce scared of the dark?
What? No,
What? Oh, man.
radioactive. Kelsey does have BDE.
Radioactive.
I love Travis Kelce because Travis Kelce is always Travis Kelce at all times.
He's always
never anyone else. He just misses me at all times, all day, every day. Love that shit.
Everyone follow us on Twitch as well. Check us out on our Twitch channel. I need to have the homie fucking Notorious Nerd fucking do up our Twitch. He said he knows how to like run a whole like Twitch and make all the pop-ups and shit on the screen and everything. So I'm like, oh, bet. Like, you know how to do that? Cool. That will make us like even cooler.
I mean, I don't know. I like this to me feels like, first of all, I think it's the wrong pick by Carolina, but this to me, they had an opportunity to I think hit like a much bigger mark on who they're trying to pick right now. But if we're all right and this pick is wrong versus what they gave up when this pick blows up in their face, this is a franchise setback for 5 to 10 years. This isn't something you recover from that quickly.
I'll save this I thought that Carolina has never at the quarterback position when they have chosen to go in and build a team that can go far and really win football games. They've never made the same mistake twice. So when they did it with Delhomme, Newton was a completely different quarterback. I think that I think that that's where Carolina's coming from, to where let's try something different, and I think that Young is going to be able to bring them something different.
Young's going to be able to bring them something different. There's no doubt about it. But to who? They have, like, when you look at whether or not you like Stroud, whether or not you like Levis, they can win games by themselves. Young can't win a game by himself. You got no running back, you got no receivers, you got no tight end, and your offensive line is average at best.
They'll be all right.
Levis can't win a game on his own. He has to have someone to throw.
I will push back on every single point you just said about the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
That offensive line is one of the top 10 in the NFL.
They're one of the top 10 right now.
Only team that's bringing back all 5 starters from last year. You've got solid veteran wide receivers who are not going to screw things up for a rookie quarterback. You have a strong tight end. You have a accomplished running back who's had multiple 1-year seasons. You got people that aren't going to fail him.
Yeah.
You got a defense that'll get him back on the field.
I feel the opposite about I feel the opposite, but that's what this whole thing is about. I feel the exact opposite on all of it. But that's why
I've been saying that this is going to be their pick. I've been saying this is going to, even when everyone was like, oh, well, like, what if Carolina goes Anthony Richardson or, so, and everyone bringing up scenarios. I was like, that was never going to happen. I felt that this was the right pick, and I think that it fits a lot of the things that they're looking to do on the offense. I'm excited for this. I want to see if now they can, maybe later, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, they go and they get him a tight end.
Well, I mean, there's enough of them in this draft to go out and get a tight end. There's definitely more than enough. There's more. The receiver depth in this class is also not talked about. There's a lot of depth when you're talking about round 2, 3, and 4 in this class.
If they come back later and get like a Hyatt at receiver, oh gosh.
Bleacher Report just announced it too.
And just, like we talked about, whether or not, you agree or disagree with what I said, that this division is 100% up for grabs. There isn't a team you can look at this division on paper right now and say, this is the winner of this division.
Miles Sanders at running back, I absolutely love. DJ Shark, stealing. There's some pieces here.
Hayden Hurst.
Hayden Hurst, friend of the show. I'm liking this. I'm actually. This is when you expect your team to balance in Madden.
But I guess that would be your next question. So you go out and get this brand new young quarterback.
What up, Raj?
And I guess this would be a question all three of you can answer individually. So you go out and get this brand new young quarterback, and then you have AT and Shark who are older. Yeah, Miles Sanders who has some miles on him. Is this a move where you went out and got a young quarterback because you're trying to win now and you guys are going to replace these guys later? Or are these guys going to break down before Bryce Young gets the opportunity to become the quarterback he's supposed to be?
They're probably gonna find a way to get younger at the receiver position as time progresses. But this gives Bryce at least the ability, while he has these guys for maybe 2.5-ish kind of years, to really sit back and really learn from a lot of the veterans that are around him. And
I think Sanders is there. I think, like Robbie said, I think wide receiver wise, they're a stopgap. And besides their production, I really think that if they could get another tight end, but I also think Hayden Hurst is there to help try to get Tommy Tremble going, because it does take 2 or 3 years for tight ends.
Yep,
I thought Tremble was going to be. I thought Tremble coming out was going to do some really. Now it's not that he hasn't done some really great things. He hasn't had the opportunity to.
No, I mean, it's still going to be his 3rd year.
Raj saying Broderick Jones over Joey Porter to become a Steeler.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia, what's good? I love it. Look, we have NFL to talk about. We have NFL and NCAA that we're talking about, and I love how the chat was just like oh fuck, like NFL draft coverage.
No, I know what you're saying. My wife's over here yelling at me because I was talking about Joey Porter, the Steelers, and I was like, oh, I get the connection, Porter to Porter, And she's like, don't fucking talk about my team that way. And I was like, no, I get it. I'm just not saying it's gonna happen.
My girl is a Dallas Cowboys fan. She's like, whatever you do, she's like, just don't have to analyze my team. I was like, that's kind of my fucking job.
We're supposed to do a photo shoot with my ass.
I did do a photo shoot with you. Why do you think I left the chat for like 5 minutes?
More than just that, but I knew you
Oh
were
my
that
A
shit.
photo shoot with her ass? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
You do you.
Look, and then he goes, look, Jeff goes like, actually, yeah, like,
Hey, is it? Hey,
Yeah.
I
Robbie,
left for like
did we
5
get a
minutes.
new? Did we get a new model for Rum fan? Rum
Yeah,
only
we did.
Rum?
Come over here.
only rums.
Yeah, get over
Only
here.
Rums. Onlyrum.com.
All right,
There we
pick is
go.
in finally on TV.
Oh,
What's
there it
going
is.
on?
I can't hear any of them.
Here
Bryce
we go.
Young.
Hold on, right now. Hold on a sec. Let's run
Oh,
this
we're
pick.
degenerates, fellas. Keep it chill.
Bryce, you. Oh, I can't be myself anymore.
I'm kidding, you fuckers. God.
Well, hold on. Let's see what this pick is.
Oh, I already saw it.
There we go.
I mean, we already know the answer, but let's go
Let's
ahead.
go
and
Levis.
No,
run
but
it.
I already. But he's for me. He's already on. For me, he's already getting the hat on stage.
Oh,
Damn.
damn, you're way ahead of me, bro.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. That's the reason I asked Robbie, because last year I was ahead, so I want to make sure that I can announce it. But the reason I'm not announcing it is everyone already knows.
What channel are you on?
I'm on.
We're all on
Network.
NFL Network.
Yeah, because I'm just now seeing Bryce give handshakes to everybody.
You got to remember, Colorado, you're in Vegas.
I'm in Cali.
You're in Vegas. He's in Cali, and then Michigan. So we're
And we're-
all going to
and
be
we're all
scattered by a
going
couple of
different-
seconds.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm way behind you guys.
Watch. I'll tell you when he gets to. He just shook Goodell's hand right now.
He just like stood up in mine.
Yeah.
But
see,
Sling has been acting up like crazy.
Let's
That's
go.
why I want to make sure that I can tell you. That's why I'll be the. If I get it, I'll announce it.
I'll
Yo,
probably
the
only be on for
artwork,
the
the
first 4 or 5
artwork
picks.
hall is dope. Like the art hall is so sick.
Dude, that whole,
Actually,
that building is. I went there. That building is disgusting.
I kind of like the throwback hat, though.
In a good way.
Yes.
I'm kind of feeling that throwback hat.
Ah.
Now here's the question. Well, I guess here's the next question. Is Young the Alabama quarterback that breaks the mold? Is he going to be the guy that
do you mean
breaks
breaks
that
the mold?
shit?
Hurts already did it. Hurts already did it.
But
Hurts
Hurts
already
went
did
to
it.
Oklahoma. We're not
But-
counting
but-
Hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, you do. You count Hurts.
If he hadn't started almost a full season at
Yeah, if he
at,
didn't
at
play,
Alabama,
but he played all. Yeah, he started a whole year. You have to count Hurts.
You want to count him? Okay. All right.
Oh,
We'll play
man.
that then.
I wish they.
That'd be like saying Russell Wilson's only at Wisconsin and not at North Carolina State.
Damn,
Actually,
this
most people
really
probably
quick,
remember
really
that
quick.
Russell went to North Carolina State, to be honest with you.
I saw people
whole
arguing
thing-
about that earlier today.
This whole
That's
thing,
why I
like,
brought
it
it up.
makes me miss the NFLPA rookie premiere. Fuck you, pandemic, for ever happening. Oh man, because this just seeing this, like this is how I ever like got my big break in the industry. If fucking NFL draft, I love you.
Bro,
I love you.
we
They
came
compared him to Flutie and Breeze. I love that. I love
We
that
came
because
up together like 6 years ago. Like both of us
Mm-hmm.
came up together on Twitter like 6
Yeah.
years ago.
forever ago on my old account when I had
Yeah.
like fucking damn near 10K followers. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Fucking-
when we started. Out back when I was still with Fansided running this shit
Yep.
over there.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, good times. Fucking
Yeah, that
good
was
times.
a lot of fun. Huddle Report hit me up again this year. I didn't do it though.
You're like, no. I feel that. Sometimes I'm like, no. Been there, done that already.
After I tied with Daniel Jeremiah last year, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chalk that up as my W and just walk out. I finished
Yep.
23rd. Like I'm gonna take this one and go home.
Like, we're fucking good, bro. That was me when I beat Wright from ESPN last year in SFB. I was like, I'm good. I don't care if I win a fucking single game, and then I end up winning my division. But yeah, bro. Oh, we got the pick. Yeah, NFL Rookie Premier Sportscaster days were so special, so special.
All right, so 2's coming up. Let's run round table. What are we doing at 2?
Yo, I'm going Stroud.
All right, what do
I
you
just
guys
saw it
got?
from Dove. I just saw it from Dove.
And what's so fucked up is that I was the one on this show for the longest time. These two fellas can attest, Jeff. I was so for the longest time like no, you need to stick with Davis Mills, stick with Daddy Long Neck, stick with Daddy Long Neck. I think it's time that Long Neck,
They gave him a year to try.
Okay, Dov has put it out. Do you want it or not?
No, I want your opinion, and then we're gonna watch it on TV.
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, wait, just wait.
All right, let me get
We'll have pick 4 before that.
Well,
happens.
I can't give my opinion now.
All right. So what's your opinion, Big Dog? Who do you think they're doing it to?
What you thinking, Pat?
Because I have it in my hand.
I have it.
We got it from the chat.
Sleeper is literally putting it. They're already putting it out.
God damn it. Well, my answer was gonna be Will, but I guess fuck me now.
Damn. Typical
I'll just
Houston.
say this.
Houston loves felons.
Okay, I am going to announce the pick, and I'm going to announce it in the way that I think Jeff wants me to.
Yes.
The pick is the quarterback that should have gone number 1.
There we go, baby. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Wait, what?
CJ Stroud.
There we go.
It is?
Yeah.
That Dove said CJ.
All right, so I'm perfect on 2 picks so far. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Now, last year we were at what, 58? We were at 58.2% on the draft as a whole between 3 days. We're already 2-0. Okay. And the year before that, we had a 72% hit rate. That's
a pretty good hit rate.
Is it possible?
No.
That we can? Do we beat last year or do we beat the year before?
Shams is actually beating Dov now.
Really?
Shams beat Dov by a minute.
No fucking way.
On both picks. Shams beat him on number 2 too.
So I wonder how consistent that'll maintain.
With Houston taking Stroud, so I have 2 questions that I'm going to go for this.
Stroud is walking.
Taking Stroud.
Stroud's already walking for me.
Does this adjust where Will falls? Does Will fall down this board a couple more picks?
No. We're good. But now I'm nervous. Because this could be where we could get one wrong or we could stay solid. So whatever happens at 3 determines if we go 2-1 or 3-0.
Well, that's why I was asking. Like, is Will going to fall down?
Does Tennessee move up now that Stroud's gone?
We only have to get player right. We don't have to match player to team. So if Tennessee moves up and goes Anderson, we're solid.
No, but what I'm saying is, they were rumored to go up to get a QB. Does that happen now that Stroud's gone or not? That's my question.
No. I would know because Levis will fall at least one or 2 more.
I don't know. Does Arizona trade the pick? Yes or no?
I think Arizona has to.
I think Arizona trades the pick, but I think Arizona
nothing.
I think Arizona trades the pick, but if Arizona trades the pick, I think it won't be far, if that makes sense. Like I don't think they're going to trade it down to like 15,
Who needs
16,
the edge?
17.
Oh my gosh, we need Will Anderson next, guys.
How
are we only 2 picks deep? I'm already
because they could trade him to someone that is going to move up to get Mayonnaise, bitch.
We don't want that. We need Levis to Indy. We need Levis at 4.
No,
I'll tell you 3 teams right now that can run it. You got Seattle, you got Atlanta, and I'm gonna go ahead and straight bypass that. I'm gonna go to 14 in New England. All 3 of those.
Yeah.
All 3 of those, I could see pulling that move.
Or Pittsburgh.
No.
Really quick. I want to say this because I know that I have friends that are here in Colorado Springs that have been popping in and out of the show. If just text my brother Vic and let him know that I am on air. Like y'all know what I'm doing. I posted this.
I did too. I shared this shit like 9 times, dog. I'm pretty sure my Facebook feed quit.
So don't freaking call my phone while I'm on. Y'all know. You know what we're doing.
That shit's annoying as fuck too.
We have been doing this as a YouTube channel for fucking 6 years. This shit hasn't changed.
Man, has it really been? God damn, dog, it has been 6 years.
Yeah, you're old.
Yeah.
Well, no, so like I said, he remembers me back from like way back, like 8 years.
Yeah,
I know, you told me.
Ago.
I'm just giving my husband shit, calling him old.
In the NFL industry, like in the sports industry,
I resemble that comment.
You start getting old. You start getting old in this industry around about 3.5 years in, and it's
if
like,
you
oh
last
shit,
that long.
yeah.
If
it's
you
like,
even last.
Yeah, if you even last, it's like, oh, you're still here.
And you know what? Like, I talk to people, and not disrespectfully, people ask me about being a sports writer. I was like, yeah, I did it. You know, I was paid. I did third party for the NFL draft. I was like, it's hard. And I said, don't think you're gonna all of a sudden, you know, be this Adam Schefter or you're gonna be this scout. I said, you got to put in a lot of hard work. You're gonna spend. When I first started working for Fansided, I probably put 80 hours in a week, making $100 a month. Like, you're not gonna make dick. But you put in the work, eventually you're going to get to a spot where it's going to work out for you. But first of all, you got to make sure you know your shit. I'm not saying you can't be wrong. I had Deshaun Kaiser, the number one quarterback in that class, and no one will ever let me forget it. So you're going to be fucking – hey, don't –
I remember that. I remember that. Yo, this man was on Twitter just getting hit with the
Bro, it was bad, dog. I was getting destroyed,
I was like,
bro.
Fuck, I'm not getting in this.
It's bad. So you're gonna lose. You know, you're not gonna win. You put in the groundwork. It's gonna happen.
And you gotta remind you, like my approach to coming in the industry, like I was like the 50 Cent of like this shit, because like I had no problems calling. I was like, let's go. I was like, who wants to debate? Who wants to have me on their show?
You gotta run it, because debating makes you a better analyst. First of all, it's gonna show you whether you're right or you're wrong. But if you can't have a casual debate like us four right now, if we can't, like we did earlier with the Carolina Panthers and how I felt about their team versus you guys, if you can't come in and have a debate and agree to disagree and have a casual conversation and run analytics and run like actual logic in between it, then get the fuck out of the business, dog.
Business, exactly. Like I love that. Like Pat, like he is like such a personality. Like he knows how to like hit you with facts and then boom, punchline. And it's like, oh shit, like I just got hit with facts, but then like now I remember those facts because now I remember the joke that also went with those facts.
Yeah.
So like it's I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna give you the information, but I'm gonna also make sure that I educate you on the information at the same time. So that way when 100%. You go out there and you gotta compete, whether it's against Vegas or it's against your league mates or whatever the case may be, you're not sitting there looking like a
hold up. Don't
tell me they traded it.
Houston Texans just traded up to 3.
For Will
Anderson.
Will Anderson back to back? No way.
Wait,
Will Anderson.
Are you sure?
Wow.
No way.
NFL Network. It's on the NFL Network that the trade is in, not the pick.
Oh, they're on the phone. Let's go.
It's on my TV.
Shams just announced Will Anderson to number 3.
You remember that Kevin Costner shit you were talking about?
No, he announced it to Arizona.
No. It's Houston. NFL Network has Houston on the clock.
Yeah, well, that's what he's talking about.
Woo!
NFL Network has Houston on the clock.
Haven't eaten today.
Daniel Jeremiah was right.
Hey, and this is why.
This is why we do this shit.
That's 3 right. We need Levis. We need Levis to fall. We need.
No, you need Levis now. You need Levis to 4, right?
So
yeah, we need Levis to 4.
That ended up not being. I was expecting the Stroud JSN combo.
Yep, no, they traded
Texans. That's dead.
Yep.
Texans had their guy.
Ooh.
So Shams is wrong.
But if they were wanting to do that, I don't like that because the difference in value on the quarterback contracts for rookie versus linebacker.
He's gonna edit some tonight and send them to me.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
You get a slightly cheaper at pick 3. However, I know that trade wouldn't have been there if they had gone.
Shams just fixes.
Sorry.
If they had gone the other way. I would have been there.
First of all, I like this move because one, this shows me that McNair is no longer running his own fucking team because that's not a McNair move. This shows me that the Houston Texans front office is now running the team.
This is ballsy.
and telling Bob McNair to go suck a dick. You fucked this up too long, and we ain't doing this shit again. And we all knew that last year. And I don't care how you feel about, coaches or Rooney Rule or however you want to feel about it. All of us knew Lovie Smith was a stopgap, which to me was a slap in the face to Lovie Smith. This is a Super Bowl coach. This is a phenomenal coach. This is one of the best coaches we have seen. Mentors. This is a great person to have. And you stopgapped his ass on fucking purpose. Like, we all knew this was happening.
And he still came out swinging.
Yeah, he did. He was like, I'm still going to try and run it, and I'm still going to try and win this.
Leafs in the chat. Leaf says Cardinals get 12, 33. First in
2024.
No, that can't be right.
They're not
You're talking about a pick swap and then a first and then a second and a third.
Anderson Jr. is who they put.
4-3 and 105.
Damn.
That's a hell of a pick. I mean, but you know what? I guess if you get the top two players on your board, does it matter?
I'm going to Shefty.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And if they both pan out, doesn't. This shows me Houston wants to go out there and win.
All right.
Houston wants to win. Houston wants to go out there and win football games.
All right. The official trade: Cardinals 12, 33, first in 2024, third in 2024. Texans get pick 3, 105.
No.
Okay.
There we go.
And once again, it's kind of going back to what we were talking about. Both Southern divisions are winnable divisions. If Stroud plays at 70% of a decent quarterback and Will Anderson is a captain on this defense, this division isn't far apart, man. I mean, yeah, Houston sucked. So did the fucking Colts. The Jags weren't that great. And the Titans weren't good enough.
Jaguars were division winners.
Leafs, you're good with your copy paste. It was a matter of it was hard to understand. When we just wanted to confirm what we thought it was. You said everything exactly right. We just needed to confirm it.
I refresh my shit. It's always
your comment was fine. Just the way it laid out, it didn't make sense at the end. But it's a winnable division for Houston. This shows they want to go out and win it. And you know what? I'm actually happy about it because I like seeing teams who don't want to just sit there and tank.
Yeah.
And what my concern is what happens if the Texans are still a bottom eight team. Yeah. If they don't make that jump at all. They got to go almost worst to first, or at least in the playoffs, to make that trade worthwhile.
I think that they will be fine.
Well, I wouldn't even say worst to first. I would say from where Houston has been to make this trade worthwhile, a gradual improvement this year to where next year, this time during the draft, even without that first round pick, we're talking about Houston being a mid-tier team. To me, that makes it worthwhile because they really, when you look at Houston's roster right now, there isn't somebody that you could say, bam, that's my cornerstone. Does that make sense? Like, this is the guy where we want to build around. This is who's going to push our franchise forward. So if Will and CJ this time next year seem like those people, to me, I think that's worthwhile.
And we just talked to your new quarterback, the leader on offense. You're going to be the leader on defense. Look at this smile. I love it.
Let's go. Wow. A fucking 3-0 Peter.
So that's two trades up into the top 3 this year.
What's up?
That's 2.
That's 2 trades into the top 3 this year. We've been seeing at most one over the last, usually one a year for the last decade.
But what has this podcast and what is the philosophy that this podcast has heavily been preaching? The teams not just that. The teams that were once at the bottom of the barrel are going to begin moving up.
Stop. Dove the pick is in. The 4th pick overall, according to Dove, is Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
No way.
According to Dove, Anthony Richardson, 19 seconds ago.
Okay, now during the pregame show, I said that this channel for the most part had a day 2 grade on Levis.
Yeah, he's free
fall.
I told you Mayo is nothing. He's going to be a Raider, and I'm going to love it because he's going to.
Let's go. All right, so we get our first pick wrong. But
Put up
Anthony Richardson lands in a spot where he's the guy. He's the face of the, like, this is perfect for Anthony Richardson.
I like
if
it.
I'm Anthony Richardson's agent right now, if he chooses to have one after what we witnessed today, go like my new TikTok. If Anthony Richardson, and if I'm Anthony Richardson's agent, and if this team can begin to pop off, oh, I just struck a cash cow.
Dude, Joel Klatt and Daniel Jeremiah, when they hear this pick, their brains are going to pop.
Can I give a shout out to friend of the podcast, Bo McBrayer?
Why?
Called out several hours ago the Texans are going to move up from 12 to go back to back at 2 and 3.
Yeah,
I saw several hours ago.
Daniel Jeremiah put that in his final mock last night.
Well, wasn't it someone on this show that said it? How is it that I think it might have been you, Mike, or something? Like, I think someone on this show, or maybe it was you, Pat. What? Someone had said like a couple of episodes ago on Rumboyz After Dark. It was like, who's to say that they don't end up with Bo?
Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't me, but last night in Daniel Jeremiah, there was an hour special with Daniel Jeremiah's last mock draft, and he had them 2-3. But he had it 2-3, but he had Will going 2 and the quarterback going 3.
I had it 2-3.
Can we get the Taco Nader back in?
Yeah, I'll get him right now.
So we're 3 for 1.
Didn't go to the Colts. I heard so much good stuff about Richardson. I like this pick here. Like I said,
this is amazing. This is amazing.
I'm just so glad it wasn't Levis.
3 quarterbacks. 3 fucking quarterbacks. I love it. This is old school. This is old school drafting. This is when we were fucking kids. This was like when we were fucking kids.
All right, what do you think? Where is Seattle going?
This happened to Joe Burrow draft? Was it like 3 in the first 6 or some shit like that?
Yeah.
3 in the first 10, I think.
Because it was Herbert, Tua, and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But wasn't Herbert like 7 or 8?
Really quick, going back to what I was saying, guys. We've been telling you guys the tide is going to turn. The old guys are retiring. They're getting the fuck out of town. You got to start getting ready for what these young guys are going to do. Like,
when does the tide turn for the running back?
I don't think that you're going to get back to those Todd Gurley days. I don't think you're going to get back to that.
No more Trent Richardson life.
Ew.
No, we're never going to see that because the same way we never see pitchers in baseball that throw 250 innings. You're not going to ever see that again. The specialization in the sport is led to guys that are designed to be third down backs, guys that are designed to run 150 times and catch 50 balls. That's going to be who leads your backfield, and that's just the reality of the change of the sport.
What about those Swiss Army knife backs that now end up becoming a mix between a slot receiver, a third down running back, and
they're going to play wide receiver.
Yeah,
they're going to be wide receivers, and they're going to get the wide receiver payday because that's where the money is.
Your running backs are going to be your guys that are gritty and they're going to be willing to just be like, you know what, I just want to get in the NFL and I want to collect some money real quick. And like, they're going to be your guys that are just completely insane and be willing to go and do that job.
Like, to me,
that is
like when you look at Deebo Samuels, like, to me, that's the way I see eventually like this hybrid position is going to end up.
Why do you think Deebo was like, no, you guys need to change this and change the offense I'm playing in. I need to become more of a receiver and not. Why do you think they ended up going to get Christian McCaffrey? Why do you think they kept running backs into the ground?
Yeah,
we're going to see a positionless game.
Yeah,
when it comes to, you're going to have the offensive line and then you're going to have positionless guys.
Yeah,
and that could even be pushed. The boundaries could eventually be pushed even at the quarterback position.
That would be crazy. Could you imagine if you're running back to throw?
we'll start seeing it in college ball.
We already see it in Baltimore.
Yep.
We'll see it in college ball first.
Really?
We'll start seeing the Wildcat coming back a little bit. We'll see
really,
that
Taco.
That reinnovation.
Anderson? I mean, Gus Edwards, like
You
that
didn't
good?
get the joke? Lamar Jackson.
I know you've seen the Colts fans rocking the Sin Cara mask.
Bro. Lamar Jackson
I
is
wish
a thrower. Fuck you.
My stuff keeps freezing on me, so I'm not able to watch much.
Y'all seen Pete Carroll's Twitter? All signs pointed towards AR, but I don't know now. Well, yeah, AR is 100% a fucking
I'm updating. Don't worry, you guys.
I'm out of here after a few more picks, but just so I can actually watch, because otherwise I'm too busy looking at too many things.
So I actually heard something interesting. So Mike, you think CJ Stroud is better than Young?
CJ Stroud is my QB1.
Really? Even though they were talking all that about how he seems very unintelligent. He had a lot of bad scores on some of those tests.
I want to see what he does on the field.
No one cares. Yeah.
It's interesting. I mean, there's been a lot of guys that just can't pick up the playbook.
Hey, Jeff, turn down your TV a little bit.
Yep, no problem, big dog. I asked earlier if it was too loud, so it's okay. My bad.
Yeah, you're good. It wasn't, but all of a sudden, like, as soon as you came back, it was like,
oh,
blaring.
okay, and it bounced. All right, I got you. She's putting on a throwback that many of you
Richardson's
will
crying, buddy.
I don't take guesses.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
Wait, a Pittsburgh throwback?
No, it's my favorite NFL player ever, and he played way back in the day. And
Tim Tebow.
No, oh wow! Most of you should know this guy. Let's see.
I'm old, so I'll get it. Oh, it's Jim Brown. That's easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I got the Hall of Fame one. Dude, I found it on Fanatics on discount, dude. It was only like $70. I was like, how does nobody know who the fuck Jim Brown is? Got the Canton patch on it and everything. I was shocked.
The Browns.
Man, it's best when they be clearing out that inventory. You're like, how is this on sale? Like,
dude,
yes,
I met him here in Vegas one time. We were sitting at a restaurant, and I was like, that's fucking Jim Brown. And my mom's like, no, it's not. And I was like, no, that's definitely Jim Brown. And so I walk up and just politely was like, excuse me, sir. I know no one else knows who you are, but you're Jim Brown. And he just looks up and he had his kind of African hat on or whatever. And he was like, yeah, dude, had the biggest hands I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Like it was like, I talked to him for a couple minutes and he was asked me how I was and invited my mom over, talked to her for a couple minutes. He was actually a really cool dude. Like out of nowhere.
So
it says something. I think that it's taken this long for a pick to come in first.
Yo, I love this comment here about Eric. Eric goes, I'd be crying too if I was sentenced to the Indianapolis Colts.
So Ian Rappaport was saying that the Seattle was looking at trading back, but it looks like they're going to lock in and actually make a pick here. So
Who went
that's probably what was taking so long.
4 was Richardson.
Richardson.
God damn, dude. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone.
So
I like it better than Levis. I like it significantly better than Levis.
It's not that I don't like it better than Levis. To me,
hold
Richardson,
up. I got it. 5th pick. This is a burner. Devon Witherspoon.
You're shitting me.
Wow.
Where did you ever go, Robbie?
Completely left field, Seattle.
They could,
but you know what? That's a Seattle
move.
move.
To make that one.
That is a Seattle move. That is a very much Seattle move.
Down to 7.
What position does he play?
I don't know what the hell's going on in this draft. I don't know. Let me just pick a name. That's what that pick was. Like that's.
But to me, Richardson, and this is kind of like Richardson to me, and I don't mean this like in a wrong way, but he's a lot like Lamar coming out of college. Not saying they're similar in that way, but saying that if you draft Richardson, you better build your offense around Richardson. This is not a prototype quarterback. He's not a run first. He is not a throw first. He is an in-between type quarterback. If you can't make an offense to fit Richardson, you blew your pick. Like, you better make sure you have something in place for exactly how this kid plays the game, because we've seen his accuracy, and it's not that great. But I've also seen him make some really good throws. I've seen him run really well, and
What?
I've seen him get scared as shit
But
at
if
the
he
same
can,
time.
if he can open up a can of whoop ass between him and Jonathan Taylor in
Right.
that running game to open up the
Oh, he
passing,
can,
Right.
but they better set it
my
up for him.
gosh.
They better tailor it to him like they had to with Lamar.
Indy is in
India
very good hands, I feel.
India has to look and see what they do with like Daniel Jones and Jackson and realize you got to play that kind of style and embrace
Yep.
the run
Well, what
wholeheartedly.
Indy really needs to do is understand who the fuck they
this is
got
the
at
first
Michael
time that
Pittman.
Indy's
That
ever
is a
gone in
goddamn
this
baller.
direction. Indy has never gone in this direction.
Luck.
No,
Michael
well,
Michael
Luck and
Pittman
Richardson
feels
were
like the
the
most
same.
overrated wide receiver 2 in the league.
Oh my gosh, yes he is.
But
Okay, I got a question
Pittman
for
has
Pat.
the ability to play. They're just not. They don't.
He could be a wide receiver 2 in the league. He's great at that. He's never gonna be a true top wide receiver in the league.
Do you really need a wide receiver 1 if you got JT and Richardson? You really don't. You just need an over the middle guy and a deep threat. That's all. And a guy.
Robbie, who does the Lions?
That's what he's
who does the
already been
Lions
doing.
take, Robbie?
Though. Like,
So hold on, really quick. We brought up in the pregame show very deep corner class. I love
we
the
did.
Witherspoon pick. What were you going to say, man?
No, who do you think Detroit picks now that it's fallen with Witherspoon?
Anderson.
Because I thought Anderson's gone.
Oh, never mind. Not Anderson. That's not what I meant. Sorry, I wasn't paying
I
attention
would
right
like-
now. I was watching
I-
TV at the same time, dude. That was on me.
You
For
can't multitask.
for Detroit right
because
now,
of
man,
how I
Carter.
kind of like looked at the corner class.
Because I thought they were going to take Witherspoon or Gonzalez.
Damn it,
A lot of people
fucking
have
Mike.
Gonzalez higher than Witherspoon.
Yes,
I don't
I was about to literally
I
go.
don't think
I was
they
like,
do
I
now.
hope that they go. I hope they go Gonzalez. No, I think
I
that they
think
do.
I don't think they do now.
I think they go Carter. I think they match Carter up next to fucking big old boy and start making a D line. Now, granted, I completely agree they need a corner. Do I think we should see corners go 5 and 6 off the board? That typically hasn't worked well past in the NFL drafts, watching 2 corners go back to back that early, even inside of the top 10. And whether or not you like Carter or not, you match Carter up with one of the best young defensive ends in the league.
I feel like
I
you
think
need
got
to
something going
go.
on.
You gotta go. You gotta go corner if you're Detroit. You gotta go corner.
I just
I don't
had a
mind
Lions
going
fan
Carter.
text me.
I don't mind going Carter to match up with Hutchinson. But
I think
you need
Carter
to go
makes
corner.
more. No, the corner makes sense. Like as from like when you look at this team on paper, that corner makes sense because they need a corner bad. But if we're all wrong about Carter and his sort of motivation on field, off field, or whatever, you match him with Hutchinson, you ain't doing shit on that defensive line. Like against it, you really ain't.
The Lions also went out
It's
and got
definitely going to be a
several pieces for their
no-fly zone.
secondary.
It's definitely going to be a no-fly zone with those 2 guys. Woolen, Witherspoon, complete
First of all,
no-fly zone.
let's all throw it back a year and congratulate them on the wooden pick, Seattle.
Yeah, good shit,
good
Seattle.
job, boys. Good job. Like with
Fuck the
Sauce Gardner, my boy, he was top notch. We all know that. But coming up with him, that was a solid pick by Seattle. He showed up. Good job. They're really trying to bring back that that smash mouth Seattle defense. So not mad about the Witherspoon pick, but
Hutchinson and Carter would be hard eye emojis. I do agree, but they desperately need a corner.
they desperately need just about everything on defense, to be honest with you.
This is true.
I've got
Like,
Lions
just
fans
to
that
be
are
honest
that
with
are
you.
upset that Devin got stolen from them. They were fully ready for Devin Witherspoon to be.
I think the Lions.
Pick
Yeah,
six.
I think so. I think the Lions wanted him. That's what.
Detroit is interesting right here, man. They could do a lot of different things.
They really could.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Detroit could even. I mean, there's not a reason for it, but they could even go the first wide receiver off the board if they wanted to.
Heck,
There's
they
not
could
a
go
reason
Bijan
for it, but they
Robinson right
could.
here.
Like,
I don't. Well, I mean, with
If
the
they-
Williams,
if they
with
had
the
Bijan
Williams shit,
too.
with the
It
Williams
could be
shit,
Bijan.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I could see Bijan too. I mean that with him
Stop.
and Swift.
The Lions have traded the 6th pick to the Arizona Cardinals.
For pick 12 and 34.
Wow.
Field Yates.
Arizona.
So what would Arizona?
What
The only
Arizona? What are you doing?
Arizona's
thing
going to
I-
go Gonzalez. They were linked to Gonzalez early, and all the other ones. I'd bet money they go Gonzalez here.
I could see Gonzalez. I could see Carter, or I could see a wide receiver.
I can see Tyree Wilson.
So you take that original,
third,
original second round pick, add it to pick 12 that they got back from that trade. I like it for them. Like
it's a good move.
Still, they got a 24. They got a 24 first, a move up in the second round, and a future 24 third for moving back 3 spots.
That's actually extremely good value.
And if they get the same guy, they would have taken at 3. Like, are you kidding me?
They had no need to go quarterback. They're waiting on Kyler to get healthy and to come back.
Yep,
that's the right play by them.
Yeah, no, that is.
They're going to do it. They're
the
doing
Cardinals
it.
actually
For as poverty as that franchise
totally,
is, they did everything right so far.
Holy crap! The
this
Cardinals are taking offensive tackle Paris Johnson.
What the
what
fuck?
the fuck? What the fuck purpose was that? What? Why?
Protect Kyler.
Yeah, but they could have got it. They could have. Never mind.
No, they weren't. No, Bears wanted him at 9. They couldn't have got him at 12.
Yeah, but they could have waited 2 more picks to pull that off instead of jumping up. Well, unless
protect Kyler. Protect Kyler
at all costs.
Raj is pissed.
He said what? Raj, you have the link, bro.
Raj, come take my spot. People getting mad at me for they're all getting mad at me for talking shit about Michael Pittman. Like, let me.
I'm not mad at you for talking shit about Michael Pittman.
You're doing it for me.
Man, listen, I tell all my Jets fans how they got raped in their trade.
Whoa, hey, we're on YouTube, bro. What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, I'm not going to disagree.
And then he laughs about it like an idiot.
Nah, we overpaid for Rodgers.
Taco, knock it off. You're doing it right now.
We overpaid for Rodgers.
One time and I didn't say anything else.
We didn't need to give that much. We're going to get Rodgers for maybe 2 years. We overpaid for Rodgers. But you know what? If you want to go all in and I see the Jets win 2 playoff games, whatever. Jets are going to Jets, dude. I'm so used to it.
I'm from New York, so I'm in a bunch of group chats with
Taco for that and exclusively.
Well,
What the fuck?
Exactly. Like, you fucking forget there's a female on the stream? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Listen, man.
You can't say it anyway.
Yeah, you can't say it. Like, you literally.
It's a touchy subject.
I don't want to fucking hear your excuses. I just want to see you be a better fucking human being to society, jackass.
On your face and just leave it alone.
I've not said anything since of the sort, but yeah, it's a very
around the horn like -1 button. Mute this guy.
I just keep dropping. Taco scores no points.
-10 points.
I do like one though that came up in the chat. That if we're drafting tackles right now, there's no chance they're getting to 17. Pickett's going to get fucking killed. Yeah, no, we know Pickett's going to get killed, and the Steelers are going to let him do it because we watched him do it for years with Big Ben too. This is not an uncommon thing for Pittsburgh to do, man.
So, all right. So, question time. We've got a minute.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Do the Titans wait at 11 for Will Levis to follow to them, or do they go up and get him?
I mean.
Do the Raiders take him?
Do the Raiders take him here?
That's a legit question.
It's either Raiders or
the chat on screen.
Raiders won't take him.
Well, I can tell you, living in Vegas and being in Vegas and being around the scene and everything, there has been zero connection in this city. Nothing. I work in nightclubs. You know, we both do. There has been zero connection to Levis and the Raiders at all in this city. So if they take Levis right now. Like if the Raiders pull that off, I will tell you this entire city knew zero about it, and this city talks.
And it's gonna
everyone in this city talks.
It feels like the Raiders are set up where they can run out Jimmy G this year. They've got him out. I don't see
a reason not to.
I don't think they should take him. I'm just saying it's a Raiders thing to take him.
But they've also got him where they can run him out for 2 years potentially, or draft someone next year.
Well,
they're not in a position where they have to take.
To be honest, I'm not a Jimmy G hater. I'm a to me, a Jimmy G is just a prettier version of Kirk Cousins. Are you going to win a Super Bowl? Probably not. Are you going to win enough games to get into the playoffs? Most likely. But you know what? There's worse options to have. And I don't think this would be the moment where you would need to try and take a quarterback to learn under Jimmy G when you could probably run Jimmy for a couple years because you're probably not going to win that division. And the AFC is pretty stacked. I don't know what you guys think you're going to do, but you didn't get Stroud. You didn't get Young. So if you're looking for a better quarterback than Jimmy, you're not finding it now.
And when you think about it, the biggest issue with Carr was that he was taking the coaching the wrong way. That was the biggest report, is that he would take everything the coach would say personally, and players in the locker room were getting upset because the Carr was being coached like everyone else. And meanwhile, he's taking it offensively when he's supposed to just get better. And you get a guy that's already been in the Belichick New England system, been with this guy. He's used to that environment. It's a culture that they're building there. So I don't see them getting a rookie to put into that kind of fire right now when you've just had all this shift. So I think they're fully invested in Jimmy G. And I think they signed another New England backup as well. So just in case it goes down.
They got Brian Hoyer.
Like, who they get?
Hoyer.
Yeah. So they're fully invested in going old school New England.
And it was that same bullshit. They have Stidham too, by the way, so they have 3. Yeah. But it was that same shit where
Stidham's in Denver.
Oh, Stidham left. Well, when they had Stidham, like they were out here, everyone was like, Stidham's the next quarterback, and the Raiders were like, y'all are smoking. I know weed is legal here now, but y'all are smoking way too much of it. Stidham ain't the answer, big dog. Like Stidham ain't never.
I love how you say that right as I'm about to hear
it. Like,
I know, where's my
hallucinating?
I need my pen.
Really, the NFL needs to move this up to 8 minutes for team picks.
Okay, so I will say this
like
about the Raiders pick.
If Raiders draft Levis, I'm going to crash the Airbus into Las Vegas.
So there's one, Robbie already knows this. There's one pick that we've already talked about. If they take a certain guy right now at 8, I am going to say it's a horrible pick, not because of the player, but because I don't want him to be a Raider. And that is, if Christian Gonzalez goes to the Raiders, I will be pissed.
Really?
Look, someone has to go to a shit place. All right.
I don't want Christian Gonzalez.
But don't you think the Davis family, Christian Gonzalez or not, would take Porter over Gonzalez because of the name? Because that's what the Raiders fucking do.
Let them.
Because that's a Raiders move right there.
Yep.
Like, this player may be better than another player, but he's got an NFL pedigree, and his dad, that is just a Raiders move, bro.
I don't know.
Yep.
I feel like he's kind of detached though from his dad in the way they kind of draft. Like I don't. He just hasn't so far. Like,
or knowing the Raiders, we could freaking get a punter right now for all the fuck we know.
Oh, I honestly.
Matt, the answer to how is Carter still here is because of the random ass trades that we've been having. Quarterbacks flying off the board.
His legal shit,
and he's got legal issues. He's been absolutely ripped apart for his motivation. And let's also talk about the last defensive lineman who we all saw with motivation issues and motor issues, which is Davion Clowney. Didn't work out very well. So that's why Carter's there. Carter's like, if Jadeveon probably would have shown up the way he would have shown up, I think maybe it wouldn't have hit Carter as hard. But you can even see plays on tape where Carter just straight takes off. He just takes the play off. That run game goes to the outside, or it's a deep pass, and he just gives up. I think that's part of where Carter's getting busted on right now. Can he fix it? Maybe. I mean, that's totally dependent, brother. But if Carter slips into 14, 15, 16, that wouldn't surprise me. Carter could go 7. Wouldn't surprise me either.
Come on. Dov is behind on this one.
Yep. He's trying to find the graphic. Can't remember what they all look like.
Barry's already saying Richardson should be the first QB off the board in Dynasty draft.
Raiders select edge rusher Tyree Wilson.
Ooh, okay. Making Crosby. All right. Yeah. All right.
With that pick, I'm going to be saying farewell for the night.
Bye, Pat.
The joys of East Coast and 10-minute clocks and not starting until after like almost 8:15.
All right, big dog.
Thank you, NFL, for this. Like, why can't we move things up to at least 7? But peace out. Enjoy the rest.
Yeah, bro.
Later, brother.
Pick wise. I like the player. I like the pick. I'll say it.
I like the player.
Being an AFC West guy, being a Chiefs fan and being AFC West, you got to have edge rushers to get those quarterbacks, and I think that's good.
I like the player.
Just bring Ben Davidson back.
Ben Davidson. I like the player. I like the pick, and probably more than I like the player and I like the pick is it's a pick that for the first time in maybe 3 drafts makes fucking sense for the Raiders. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it actually makes sense. Like, it's not David Arnett
in the first round in the last like 5 years. I think the only one they hit was Jacobson, right?
It was Jacobs, but Jacobs was still later.
Yeah, he was.
He
was first round though, right?
Yeah, he was 22nd, 24, something like that.
Okay.
They missed so many picks. It's insane.
I wouldn't technically say they missed on Ruggs. Ruggs did that shit to himself.
They missed on Leatherwood.
You got the Raiders pick?
Tyree Wilson.
They missed on Arnett.
That was completely left bucket field.
They missed on Arnett.
I like it, Robbie.
They missed on a couple others. Who was Chris?
Darius Hayward-Bay, Leatherwood.
No, the defensive player out of Clemson. They took
Cleveland Farrell.
Yeah,
there you go, Cleveland Farrell. So they actually this pick made sense though for what they needed. I mean, there's some other ways they could have go, but at least you could validate this pick, even if you're not a Raiders fan. You could be like, okay.
I can't stand the Raiders, and I'm okay. Like, I get this pick. I don't like it as a Chiefs fan, but I like it.
Yeah, Jalen Carter's a Steeler for real. Make it happen.
Honest, look at him when he comes on camera, Robbie. He looks fly as hell.
Damn. So the Lions have picks 12 and 18 coming up.
Yeah, they did have. Yeah.
The Lions could.
Yeah, that is a fly ass suit.
That is fly.
Which one?
And the chain.
Who just jumped off?
Pat.
Okay.
How wild would it be if the Lions somehow walk away right now with Gonzalez or Joey Porter Jr. and then come back on their turnaround? And based on who's coming up, and we're looking at it, we can see it on the screen, take Jordan Addison.
That wouldn't be far-fetched.
But, I mean, think about that setup right now. When everyone comes back healthy with the wide receiver core and going out and getting, like, Joey Porter, I mean, hey, that would be a home run, and it is complete. The only person you could probably take Addison would be New England, but they hate drafting wide receivers in the first round. So I don't see it happening.
Big question. Does Bijan go here at 8 to Atlanta like the rumors have sufficed?
No.
I pray to God.
No.
Taco wanted him to go top 5.
No.
I want the running back to get some love, bro. I do.
If he does go to Atlanta, it would make sense. It'd be smart for Atlanta to get a running back.
Yeah.
But also they could even move back and like get Gibbs or something like that. So that's where it's like super fucking sketchy.
The reason why I don't think Bijan goes here is this team has zero identity whatsoever. And when you have no identity, it's way easier to start an identity on a defense than it is to take a player like Bijan and put him in the backfield. Because they've already got Cordero. So you're going to put Bijan and Cordero back there and do fucking what?
Well, Cordero hasn't signed yet. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
They got Algier.
I think Algier, though, is the guy.
I still think Cordero.
Taco wants another team to take a running back absurdly high for Saquon dick riding purposes.
Whoa. Bijan is Todd McShay's number one guy on the board, for God's sake. It's not like this guy isn't like a
Todd McShay. Did you really just name drop Todd?
What?
Come on, bro. Come on, dog.
Whatever that the guy on ESPN is.
That's our point.
Wait, the dude's not that bad.
McShay is terrible.
But we're not also. But it's just there's no reason to draft a running back this high for no reason. What are you gonna
Todd
do?
Shea hasn't hit over 52% of a total draft order in God knows fucking when.
Listen.
The Atlanta Falcons take Bijan Robinson.
Let's go!
Yeah.
It's official. That's the official read.
Bijan has officially gone off the board.
Holy shit!
I told y'all he would go top 10. I just wanted to say early on I staked my claim on this.
Why? What are you gonna do? Like it just
You know what? No,
sense.
Jeff, you want to know what they're gonna do? Robbie knows, but he's not gonna say it. They're gonna try to pull because it's Arthur Smith. They're gonna get Bijan Robinson and Taylor Algier and run them to the ground and absolutely ruin the value of Drake London for Robbie.
And Pitts.
And Kyle Pitts.
Say goodbye to Pitts.
But I only said it. I only said London because that's Robbie's boy until he went to Atlanta.
Wow. Atlanta. Thank you, Jesus.
Fuck Drake London.
Am I?
I don't have him on no fantasy teams.
No, but you were all up his rear end until he went to Atlanta. And my only
Yeah,
point
because he
is,
should have been a commander.
yes,
But we ended up with Dotson, who was way better.
Yes, but they're going to grab Bijan Robinson. They're going to grab Bijan Robinson, Tyler Algier, combine them as a duo, and they're going to Arthur Smith is going to do.
There goes Bijan fantasy value.
I don't know if it does.
It's going to be a focal point of that offense.
Bijan's going to be cooked in 4 years.
He'll still be 101.
Yeah.
Ritter, Bijan, London, Pitts is electric. No, it is not. None of those pieces even go together. None of those pieces go together at all.
No, not at all.
Bijan's about to get a lot of work. Like Bijan's about to be the only relevant fantasy.
I got a bold take right now.
They're about to run fucking Bijan into the dirt. If I'm Bijan, I'm like, fuck.
Robbie, let me get my bold take. If something happens and Mr. Levis falls and the Tennessee Titans take him, Desmond Ridder will not be the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons next year because it'll be Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, bro, for real. The fact that my God, you need like a good pedigree, like Ridder in terms of like running quarterbacks, like he run goofy as fuck, bro. Like,
but Robbie, you also have to remember this. They have a legit shot to win the division this year.
Hey, everyone in that
we're not even done with the draft, Taco. Everything has reset. The clock.
Yeah.
We don't know what every other team in the division is about to do.
If you can roster a full roster every Sunday in the NFC South, you can win the division. That's how bad that division is. Just roster a full fucking roster.
The shit that the Saints have done this offseason alone, and what they're probably about to do tonight.
The Saints are perennial one of the top teams, but let's just face it, if you're the Falcons, you have to look at this as, hey, look, we have a shot. We have a young quarterback.
Desmond Ridder's not nice in the NFL, bro.
You're right. That's why they needed Bijan.
It's not going to fucking matter. Okay? If your quarterback can't fucking read zone, Taco, that run gets smoked out real quick. Taco. Read a defense. First off, read a defense for me. Read a defense.
Yeah.
Okay?
If he's
I get it. You're trying to vouch for Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder can't fucking read zone, bro.
Nobody's like with Desmond Ridder.
So guess what happens to the run? It gets dumb exposed. Because guess where you're automatically going to?
If Ridder is that atrocious, I am almost positive they're gonna have someone else in there to take that job. Arthur Smith is how old? Arthur Smith is gonna literally sit here and just waste the season. He's gonna piss it away at this age.
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
No. More than likely, the Tannehill option, at the very least, will probably end up coming into a team like that.
Ridder can't exactly, bro. Like no. Ridder is not better than Danny Dimes.
Yeah, Danny Jones just got paid like $40 million.
We don't care about that. That's just being next in line. That's
you're right.
That's the quarterback carousel. That doesn't fucking matter. That literally holds no bearing over anything.
Good enough to get guaranteed money.
Look at the money that Lamar and Hurts just got. What do you
announcement? The Eagles have traded from 10 to 9. Only one spot, so they're going for
What?
somebody. They've
Who'd they
traded
want?
from 10 to 9. I don't have the pick yet.
So they were doing it because someone else was probably going to trade up over them, I'd assume.
Oh, Aiden thinks it's going to be lineman. It probably is. The Bears wanted a lineman. Paris Johnson's gone, so Eagles are trying to get someone to replace what's his name that's retiring or whatever.
Makes sense. I'm
Because
excited.
isn't Lane Johnson old?
Yes.
Around for a while.
Yeah. Bijan's looking fly.
Where did they do the draft this year?
It's at Kansas City.
Kansas City.
That's why at the beginning they you weren't here. They had Kelsey and Mahomes came on because it's the first time since they moved the draft around. It's the first time it happens to be the home of the Super Bowl champs.
Oh, that's cool.
So they brought Mahomes and Kelsey out.
Where's the Super Bowl hosted this year?
I don't know. I want to say Florida or New Orleans, but I could be way wrong.
I can't remember.
The official announcement: the Philadelphia Eagles select and make their defense even stronger. Defensive tackle Georgia, Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Good move. Good move.
Next to
It was either
Jordan
honestly
Davis.
I thought it was going to be Smith.
Yeah,
I thought they were gonna wait for Smith, but no.
Yeah. Remember they got the lineman last year too, Jordan Davis. That is great. I hate it, but it's great.
Interesting.
That is actually, God damn it! I hate the Eagles GM. He knows what he's doing. He's smart. Now the Bears take a lineman. The Bears take Skorinsky.
All right. Mike is going to hold it down. I will be right back.
How long?
All right.
How long? Half or less?
Like a couple of, it'll be like 30-ish, 45-ish minutes.
That's what I'm saying. 30 minutes. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Okay, go.
Hold it down.
I got it. I got you.